Okay, just getting ready to start tonight's matchup between the Hayfield Vikings and the Bethlehem Cardinals. Starting service number 12 for the Vikings is Nora Bandlet. Received. And there's a side out right away for the Cardinals with a quick bump set spike to get Anna Cohen, number 3 for the Cardinals, back right corner service. Nice serve to the middle to the Vikings, received.
I'm pretty sure that
bump over to Michaela Dienst for off the block. Handled by the Vikings for outside hit. Diving attempt by Caitlin Botham. Was not able to bump that up quite high enough. Side out. Vikings. Serving from dead center is Brianna Subert. Received by Anna Tobin up to Cohen. A little tip over by Liv Rumack to a spot where nobody could get to. Side out. Cardinals. Going back to serve. Caitlin Botham. Down the line, received off the ceiling. Diving attempt by the libero for the Vikings. Not able to get that over inbounds. It went over, but on the other side of the post. Service to the same spot, try it again. Back set, hit. Diving attempt by Cohen. Was unable to come up with that, so side out. PA leads 3-2. Serving for the Vikings is number 6, Isabel Winfield. Jump serve is handled very nicely by Byron Becker. Unable to capitalize on that. Ties the game up 3-3. Jump serve. Tobin. Cohen. Riley just gets it over. Free ball. Set back over. That was struggling to get here some bump set spikes here, but Botham to Cohen. Over to Dienst. He was able to get in. Diving attempt by the Vikings, was unable to get that return back over. Side out. The air. Liv Rumack serving from wrong corner, I call it from my days, but the left corner. Big hit by the Vikings. Way long. Point Cardinals, 5-3 Cardinals. Rumack to serve. See where the coach told her to put it here. Out dead center. Pass. Kind of a one-handed push. Free ball to the middle. Dienst. Pushed over. Rumack. Cohen. Dienst. Off the block. Kept alive. Rumack attempts to get that spike back up in the air, unable to do that. Point, side out. Vikings, serving for the Vikings. Kennedy Rutledge moves over to dead center. Tobin, Cohen to Wilson. A little push out of bounds. Point, Vikings, 5-5. Good call by Caitlin Botham. That service is just wide. Side out BA. Serving from the back right corner is Michaela Dienst. Center of the court. Handled. Spike put down through a couple of the Cardinal blockers for a side out. Vikings. Rotation, we have 10. Amber Ziegler coming in for 1, Jenna Christopherson. Short serve to Caitlin Botham. Wilson hammered it, blocked back over. That's spiked back over by Vikings, but it is too long. The Cardinal boys liked where that one went. Riley from right underneath the basketball hoop, hits it to the back right corner. Unable to handle that set, bump set with the Vikings. Point, Cardinals, up 8-6. Becker serving. Pass, outside hit, blocked. Tobin dives, and the attempt to get it back over was unsuccessful. Side out, Vikings. 8-7, Cardinals lead in this first game. Tobin to Cohen to Wilson, who hammers it. The attempt to handle that hit was unsuccessful. Went ball into the bleachers. Side out, Cardinals. Manitoba serving. So the call was out, but the back line judge changed his call to in, which the Viking players are shaking their head that it was in. So that was a point. Might want to take a little bit off this one here, Tobin, which she does. Right to the center, pass, set, hit. Point, Vikings. Another rotation, we have 12, Bamlett going in for Augustine. She goes back to serve. Caitlin, that was hit back over, off the ceiling, on the way over, point VA. Good hit by Glumak, a good set by Cohen. Now Cohen gets to go back and serve for the Cardinals, who lead this 11-8. There is an ace by Cohen. That must have hit right on the line. Cardinals. Down the line again. This one is handled, pass, bump sets, spike. Tobin dives to cover that corner. Handled very nicely on the other side by the Vikings. Now we're getting settled down here a little bit. Bump set, spike. A good block by Glumak. And the little bump to Cohen to Botham, who hits it. Vikings are not able to handle that spike to the back row. Point. Cardinals. 15-8. Coach having her hit down that line. That spike is handled by the Cardinals. Dienst finds a soft spot right along the net and kind of just pushes it, bumps it, hits it. Point Cardinals, 14-8. Net service by Cohen. Going back to serve, dead center of the court for the Vikings. Number 3, Subert. Tobin pass to Cohen, back set to Botham, off the block, unable to be handled. Side out, Cardinals, 15-9. Going back to serve is Caitlin Botham, number 15 for the Cardinals. They're working that line. But that one was out. service error by the Cardinals. Point for the Vikings. They're really working that line on that side, and they're having some success. Serving for the Vikings, number 6, Winfield from the back left corner. Jump serve is handled by Bothan. Over to Becker. Cohen pushes for the far back corner. Bump attempt to handle that. Nice placement. Was unsuccessful. Point, Cardinals. Liv Bumack serving for the Cardinals from the far left corner. She goes right for the center of the court. Handle it, bump set, and the spike is blocked by Wilson and or Dienst. Not sure who got the hands on it, but timeout, Vikings. Okay, we're back after that Viking timeout. Bumack serving from the back left corner, goes for the far right corner, left corner. Handled by the Vikings. Bumack, Owen to Dienst. Controlled by the Vikings for their own block. Pulling back, Dienst tips it over. Vikings keep it alive. Owen push up, free ball. She drops it right down front. Handled. Hit from the back row. Hit too long. Point, Cardinals. 18-10. BA boys liked where that one went. Bumack to serve from the back left corner. Ooh, Heather. Good serve, but handled by the Vikings, who find a back corner spot. I believe so. 5 goes back to serve after finding that spot in the Cardinals defense. She drops one in. Tobin handled it. Cohen over to Wilson. Handled by the Vikings. Their own. Oh, off the blocks. Very nice, good reaction by Briley Becker. There's a big hit by the Vikings number 4, Swigman. Point, Vikings. That was a very good volley, some pretty good hits, some pretty good digs. Point goes to the Vikings. Anna Tobin says out, and she is correct for the service error by the Vikings. Going back to serve is Michaela Dienst. 19-12, Cardinals. He looks at back center of the court, handled by the Vikings. They just lob it over the blockers, and Dienst is unable to make that diving save. Point, side out, Vikings. Serving from dead center. Here's number 11, Silk. It's handled by the Cardinals, back over with a little bump. Off the block. Nice save by the Cardinals to get that back. There's a point for the Vikings off of the attempted block. The ball was able to sink through the hands of the Cardinal blockers and make it to the floor for a point. 19-14. Tobin. Pass to Cohen is out of bounds and unable to be handled. Point. Vikings making a little comeback here, 19-15. Tobin to Cohen to Wilson, bumps it over. Vikings pass sets. Dienst hits it over. Vikings set up for a big, looked like she was going to rail on it, and she either missed it or the plan was to drop it into a soft spot. Timeout, Cardinals. Okay, coming out of the BA timeout. Serving for the Vikings, dead center. Handled by Tobin, up to Cohen, to Wilson. That was dug by the back outside, back middle of the Vikings, and then their own bump set spike for a point. The comeback of the Vikings continues. It is now 19-7 Cardinals. Selk serving from the center of the court. Bothan to Cohen, who just dinks it over real quick. Catches him off guard a little bit and not able to get that pass. Up to the setter for the Vikings. Coming in to serve is Hager from dead center. Goes for that outside left side. Is handled by the Vikings. And their spike finds the hardwood. 2018 BA. So even though the Vikings are making a comeback here, BA is still maintaining their lead. Swigman serving from center. Tobin to Cohen to Wilson for a big hit. That finds the court. And pretty tough without blocking that one to get under that and dig that. Point Cardinals. And a Tobin serving from just underneath the backboard. Center back row. Receive. That is blocked by Rumack. Hit back over. Rumack up to Cohen. To Bothan. Hits it over. Vikings get their spike, but the hit goes too long up the back. Point Cardinals. 22-18. Tobin serve, drops down. That ball is free ball over to Vikings. Rumack angles for the side, hits it out. Point, side out. Point Vikings. 22-19. Hamlet serving from right, just right of center. Tobin, Cohen. Bothan just pushes it over. Cardinals block is tipped. Cohen hits it over, free ball to the back line. Very good spot. Set. Tobin to Cohen to Bothan. Off the blockers into the net. Point side out Cardinals. Anna Tobin serving for the Cardinals, or Anna Tobin, Anna Cohen. And there's an ace off that back line of the Vikings. Uno Mas says the BA boys. Vikings take a timeout with 1 point. All right, we're back after the Viking timeout. Hoping to rattle and maybe Miss Cohen here on her game point service. She hits it over and does not rattle. Good pass, good set. Tobin goes driving back. Cohen's got to hit it hard and it does not make it over. Thank you, dear. I had pop and M&M delivery by my lovely wife. Point Vikings 20-24. Serving from dead center for the Vikings is Subert. Handled by Tobin up to Cohen, back to Caitlin. A hand dug by the Vikings. They hit back over Caitlin to Cohen to Dienst. Boy, off the block dig very nicely by the Vikings. Tobin gets him on up and a ball that may have been out. Point Vikings. So this game continues 24-21. BA. Tobin to Cohen, who was a Dienst, a little confusion there, but they got it over. Big hit by number 10 for the Vikings, Ziegler. 24-22 Cardinals. BA boys are trying to rattle the server. Tobin to Cohen to Dienst. Handled, but unable to get the pass, the Vikings and the Cardinals take game 1. Game 2 of this match. Starting off serving for the Cardinals is Cohen. Starting off with a service there, just long. Point Vikings. Substitution for the Vikings right away. Bring number 12 in to serve Bamlett. Just right of center. Tobin. Pass is a little too long. Easy pushback over by the Vikings for point. Vikings up 2-0. Tobin. Cohen. To Dienst. Kind of mishit that. There's blocked. They're able to handle that. Back over. Cohen takes that, gets it over. Bothan. She's able to clear it over, but they're able to handle that. There's a big hit. And number 5, Rutledge of the Vikings. And point Vikings 3-0 to start this second match. Tobin to Cohen to Bothan, who's able to get a good hit down the center, unable to dig that ball, and side out Cardinals, sorry. Bothan, number 15 for the Cardinals, serving. Ooh, that was a tough serve. Almost saved by the Vikings, but that was quite a serve. Bothan to do it again. Same spot. This one's handled a little bit. Good pass. Set, back set. Off of BA's block. Good set. Rumack handles that one down. Tying this game at 3. Tobin clears something off the court. Bothan hits. That one is handled. Good pass. Set to the outside hitter. Off of BA block. Cohen. Rumack down the center. And able to handle that for the Vikings. BA takes the lead. Bothan, nice floater there. Tried to sneak a little set over. Dienst was not fooled. Rumack's hit was blocked. Was able to block of her own right down to the floor. 5-3. Cardinals. Bothan serve. Pass is handled. Set back set. Viking diving save by Bothan. Becker is able to push it over. Cohen, Dienst. A hit off this. A spike for the second hit, caught him off guard. They got a hand on it, and we're not able to handle it. Point BA, 6-3 BA. Bothan switches side with her serve, and there's a big wall put up by the Cardinals. They got a lot of work at the net, and the ref calls it, that ball never went over. Calls 4 hits, side out, Vikings. There were a lot of little back and forth close to the net there, but I think that call was right. I do not believe that went over. From the center of the court. Subert's serve does not make it over. And the BA boys don't know it. Tobin's serve is way to the back line. And the pass was not a good pass. Point, Cardinals 8-4. So this is really taken a turn from being down 0-3 to 8-4 for the Cardinals. Free ball coming over. Becker to Cohen to Wilson. A big block by the Vikings on a big hit. Cohen pushes it over. Back set. And they call that one in. That hit by the Vikings was in for a point. Side out. 8-5 Cardinals. Serving from the just right of center of the Cardinal or the Vikings. Jump serve is handled by Tobin. Cohen sets up Wilson, who hits it hard off the block. Dug by the back line. Another hit off the block is handled by Bottom. Dienst hits it over. It was dug by the Vikings. Back row hit. Very good hit. Wilson's little tip over off of the hands of a Viking and out of bounds. Side out and point. BA. Going back to serve for the Cardinals is Dienst. Works that line. Nice floating serve. Good pass. Nice set. Oh, big push, but not called. Apparently that's okay. And they're not able to return it back over. Point. Cardinals. Serving 10-5 Dienst. Works that line. Good pass. Good set. Hit off the block. Michaela puts it up. Back over to Becker, who puts a real quick little set over. Tobin to Cohen to Wilson. Hits it out. Hit out by the Cardinals. Side out point. 10-6 Cardinals. Dead center serve, handled by Tobin. Up to Cohen for the back set to Wilson. Circle line. And hammers that one down, as the boys say, and just like it's supposed to happen. Hager comes in to serve. Right underneath the basketball hoop. Nice, no spin on that ball, just floating. Free ball back over to the Cardinals, who dip it right back over, but they're able to hand it. Cohen over to Wilson, who times it out very nicely, and just the ball goes down just as the blocker is going down, and no one is able to sneak in behind and get a hand on it. Point Cardinals, 12-6. Hager back to serve, dead center. Nice knuckleball on that serve, but is handled nicely by the Vikings. Hager up to Cohen, over to Bothan. Finds a soft spot in the middle, diving save. Tobin, Wilson, free ball, hit to the back row by Cohen, saved by the Vikings. We got quite a volley going, but that is not able to be handled by the Cardinals. Side out. Vikings. Point. Vikings. 12-7. BA is up. McKenna Selk serving dead center for the Vikings. Ball hits the tape and does not make it over. Point side out. BA. Back serving for the Cardinals is Wilson. That ball floats and the Vikings let it go out. Side out point on the service there. 15-8. Cohen over to Blumack, who saves her own little block. We got all play here within the 5 feet of the net, but that is hit long by number 3 Subert for the Vikings. Out, side out. and point, and now timeout by the Vikings. Cardinals leading 14-8. All right, back after the timeout. Anna Cohen serving. Fulton way to the back. It wasn't going to be close. They called out, but the Subert could not get out of the way quick enough and touched the ball. Point. Cardinals 15-8. Cohen takes a little bit off it, knocks that one in. Good pass, good set, and a good hit, good block. Pretty good play. Cohen to take off the block. The ball finds the dead center of the court. Point. Cardinals. 16-8. See where Coach Botham tells Cohen to put it. Oh, dropped right down the middle. Good pass, good set. Standing spike is Rumack turns around and pulls the trigger on the second hit and hits it long. Side out point. Vikings 16-9. Bamlett serving just right of center. Botham to Cohen. Back to Botham. Who puts it out. Near side of the court. Point. Vikings 16-10 BA. Bamlett serve. Tobin to Cohen. To Rumack, who hits it almost as straight down as you're going to be able to hit it. No block. No way you're going to be able to get underneath that one. Side out point. Cardinals. Botham. Back to serve. To center. Good pass. Jump set. Little push over is off the block of Dienst. Finds the court. Side out point. Vikings. Vikings make a substitution. Subert from right underneath the basketball hoop. Serves off the tape, handled by Tobin. Cohen backs up to Dienst, who hammers it down. It is dug by the Vikings. And off of there, set. Their spike goes long. Side out. BA. Tobin back underneath the backboard. Serves. Good service, but handled. Free ball over. Botham to Tobin to Dienst off the block. Handled. Controlled by the Viking. Now back over to the Cardinals. Wilson block is handled by the Vikings. And a lackadaisical hit by the Viking into the net. Gives a point to the DA and timeout Vikings. All right, coming off the timeout, Tobin serve deep, but handled by the Vikings, who push it over on their second hit. Cohen over the Becker, who running spike is handled by the back line of the Vikings. And then it is hit long. Point. BA 20-11 in this game 2 of this match. Controlled well here by BA. We have a rotation that brings in Bronson for the Vikings into the back row. See if Tobin goes after. Nope. So that service is called back as there was still some paperwork to be done. Now the refs say go ahead and serve, try it again. And he does go after the new person. A good pass, good set, good hit, off the block. Cardinals are not able to get to that ball. Side out and point Vikings. Winfield, the libero goes back, just left to center. for service. Looks like it's going to be a jump serve. It is handled by Tobin. Cohen has to dive for that set. Free ball over by Wilson. Bump set, and here's the spike. Quite a hit after Cardinal block for a point.
Just to that floor.
Jump. Spike. Off the tape, does not make it over on that jump. Serve. Side out point. VA. Michaela Dienst goes back. 21-13. Cardinals lead. Working that line is handled by the Vikings, but the hitter was not able to get to that set quick enough. Point. Cardinals. Dean serve down the line. Set up. Up front row. Tobin running. Making a nice effort. Off the errant pass by Dienst. Off the hit. Side out point. Cardinals. Rutledge serving for the Vikings from dead centers. Becker to Cohen to Wilson, looking for a soft spot. That covered nicely by the Vikings. That hit by the Vikings misses all Cardinal blockers and hits the line for a point. Timeout. BA. Did it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, serving 22-15. Vikings trying to stay on their little comeback here, and the Cardinals are going to try to stop that. Dienst. Cohen pushes it over instead of set. Botham. Cohen. Wilson hammers it into the block. It goes into the net for a side out point. BA. That brings in Mariana Hager to serve right underneath the basketball hoop. Nice floating serve is handled by the back row, back set. Oh, nice diving dig by Hager from the back row. Free ball. Hager is not able to get a good pass up to our BA setter. Side out point for the Vikings, 23-16 BA. Hubert comes in to serve, dead center. Well, maybe not. We're going to switch that up. Looks like Selk is going to serve, dead center. They make some adjustments. Botham to Cohen, back set to Wilson, who tries to find that spot, a diving save. Becker, Cohen, Botham. Back row dive dig is not able to be successful. And side out, gain point for Wilson. Serving from the back left corner. Ooh, just bounces it over. Oh, good reaction by the Vikings. Number 5, Rutledge to save that. Wilson to Cohen to Gumac, and that is blocked, or not blocked, but handled. Botham to Cohen, Gumac for the big hit. Oh, nice save. Deep catches him off guard with everybody laying around and pushing and find a soft spot in the middle. 25-16, BA takes the second game. Game 3 of this best of 5. Service by the a little confusion over that play, but it was ruled as a hit out by the Vikings, and that will be the first point of this third game. going to the Cardinals. Going back to serve is Cohen. Get this all settled in here. Good pass by the Vikings. Sit back set. Hit is long. Point. Cardinals. Cohen serve. Drops as an ace. So she dropped that one into the soft spot. She looks over to her coach, see where to hit it. That pass is handled. Oh, there's a block by the Cardinals. Botham hits one over. Dig by the Vikings. BA's dig of their own. Over to Dienst. He sets up. Becker makes a nice save of that. And after all that, Cardinals Glumac blocks it back down for a point. That's a very good volley, even though it was a little discombobulated. Point Cardinals. Good serve by Cohen. Good attempt to handle that by the Vikings, but no second hit was able to be had. Point Cardinals. Another back row service is free ball over. Glumac says, I'll take that, and puts it right back. Cohen, Glumac, kind of a pushover. Is dug by the Vikings. Free ball over. Tobin to Cohen. Out to Botham. Dug by the Libero for the Vikings. And the hit attempt by the Vikings goes into the net. Point BA 6-0 is BA lead in this third game. Oh, that was quite a save there on an errant pass. Attempt to find a soft spot by Botham didn't work. Big block by Glumac is handled by the Vikings. Hit attempt that was behind and over her head. Number 10 for Vikings is Ziegler. Is hit long. Point. Vikings make a substitution. As Cohen continues to serve back row. This is a good pass. Cardinals react quickly to that little dump over. Get it back over. Botham to Cohen to Glumac. Down the middle with kind of a hook hit, push. But referees look at each other and it's a legal hit, and Cohen keeps on serving. Tobin off the net, and Cardinals are unable to get that back over after the first pass went to the net was not really probably ball their only option. No other Cardinals were able to get a hand on it. Tobin to Cohen to Glumac, who a nice diving save by Viking Libero. Cohen to Botham with a miss hit. Point. Vikings 8-2 is the BA lead in this third game. Service there by the Vikings. Service into the net. 9-2. Botham back to serve for the Cardinals. Pass unable to be made by the Vikings off of that serve from Botham. 10-2 PA. Vikings make a substitution, bringing in number 2 Bronson. Center, pass is up, set is good, dug by Botham in the back row. Oh, very nice save of that big hit by Glumac. Back row hit from Tobin is dug by the Viking, but then the the dig made a very nice set, and Cohen just pushes it back over for a point. 11-2 Cardinals. Bethlehem serve is dug. There's a big hit and a nice block by BA. There's a hit by Dienst. Long point. Vikings. And side out. Serving for the Viking, number 4, Swigman from the center of the court. Tobin passes to Cohen, who sets up Becker. Dug by Vikings. Big hit. Is unable to be handled by Boffin. Point. Vikings. Serve Boffin. Good pass. Blumack hits. Dig is unable to be made. Off the Blumack. Big hit. Point. Side out. Vikings, and Blumack gets to go back and serve after that big hit. Blumack serve is an ace to the center of the court, and a diving attempt by Bronson. Unable to get a hand on it. Viv looks over at Coach, sees where to hit it, and they go back to the same spot. He's able to pass this one up. Good set and a good spike, but a good block by BA. Dienst's hit over is handled Botham. Block. Dienst finds a spot in the got a spot, but they're able to handle by the Vikings. This is a very good volley. Save. Back row hit by Rumack. I couldn't even keep up with all that, so I just stopped talking, but it was fun to watch, and a very good volley. Point. BA 14-4 is BA's lead. Rumack serve. Just hits the top of it, makes it over, but a good pass by the Vikings. Little hit, and no one there for BA, as a couple of them in the front row went for the ball and took too many away to go and get it, so side out point for the Vikings. Serving from the center of the court is Rutledge for the Vikings. Boffin, and pass to Cohen. He's not able to get a good anything off of that pass. Point, Vikings. And there's a serve out of bounds by the Vikings. Sends Michaela Dienst back to the service line for the Cardinals. Her serve is handled. Free ball to come over by Hayfield, and unable to get that over. Point. Yeah. Dienst goes back for her second serve. 16-6 is their lead. Goes for that back left corner. Good pass, good set. Hit. Dienst set up the Cohen to off the block is called on Wilson's hit. Point BA. Timeout Vikings. All right, after the Viking timeout. Oh, nice. Dienst's serve is passed, handled nicely by the Vikings, but the hit attempt is into the net. Point. Off that timeout. Dienst to serve, 18-6 lead. The little dunk over was blocked by Cohen, and then they hit it back over, and she calls out and doesn't let anybody get to it. And point, Cardinals. Dienst serving, 19-6. Tries to drop one in. Good pass by the Vikings. Good set. Outside hit is off of Cohen's block, out of bounds, side out, points. There's a serve, long by the Vikings, Selk. Coming in to serve for the Cardinals is Hager. Serving dead center as she always does. A rotation substitution here for the Vikings. And a long serve is hit up, free ball coming over. Hager to Cohen to Botham. Dug by the libero. Dienst to Cohen to Wilson. Diving attempt by Selk is not able to get it over. The VA boys calling to start the bus. Hager's serve is off the side of the hand, goes out of bounds for a service error. Point, Vikings side out. Vikings 21-8. So serving for the Vikings is Winfield from the back, very back left side of the court. Looks like, I think she does a jump serve. She does. There's handled by Tobin nicely. And the set was brought back. Pushed over by Botham. Unable to be returned by the Vikings. Side out point, BA 22-8. Tobin back to serve. Off the top of the net. A couple diving attempts by the Vikings. Unable to save that low, fast serve by Tobin. 23-8. BA. Tobin serve. Clears the net a little bit. The libero calls all out. Service error. Tobin's pass is out of bounds. Point. Vikings. Tobin to Cohen to Gumac. Oh, dig by the Vikings. Their own set spike. And with the hit is too long. Side out point. Here the BA boys, maybe. Game point. Cohen's serve is handled by the Vikings. Set up. Big hit. Off the block. Unable to be handled. Side out point. Vikings. BA boys are convinced that this is it. End of the game. And they're right, as it was a long service error by the Vikings ends that game. BA wins the match in 3 straight.